David gets a promotion, not a small one, a big one. Because of his new position, his salary jumps from $62,000 to $85,000. For the first time in years, he feels like he's finally getting ahead. He celebrates. Nothing crazy, maybe a nice dinner, maybe a short weekend trip. After all, he worked hard for this. But something interesting happens over the next 12 months. David upgrades his apartment. Nothing luxurious, just something a little nicer. His car lease ends. He upgrades slightly. His phone is getting old. Why not upgrade that too? His coworkers start meeting for nicer lunches. He joins them. He deserves it, right? But 1 year later, David opens his banking app. And something strange happens. Despite earning $23,000 more per year, his bank balance looks almost exactly the same. And he still feels financially stressed. How is that possible? How can someone make significantly more money, but feel like nothing has changed? The answer is something most people never notice: a silent financial force that slowly destroys wealth. It's called lifestyle inflation. And the strange part is, your brain actually encourages it. Before we go deeper into that, let me introduce myself quickly. My name is Mary. I've spent 16 years working as an accountant, studying how money actually works behind the scenes. But I'm still a little camera shy, so instead of showing my face, I'm experimenting with some new technology. I also felt like the finance space could use a calm female voice. A lot of finance channels are run by men, which is fine, but after working in finance for so many years, I've seen something over and over again. Smart, hardworking people doing everything right and still feeling stuck on a financial hamster wheel. My goal here is simple: to show how ordinary people can quietly build wealth over time and eventually retire comfortably. Maybe even earlier than they thought possible. Most people don't realize the opportunity they already have right in front of them. So if you're someone who wants to build wealth quietly in the background of your life while still enjoying life today, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, because that's exactly what we talk about here. Now let's go back to David. Because David's story isn't unusual. In fact, it's extremely common. Most people believe that earning more money automatically leads to building wealth. But when you actually look at real financial behavior, that assumption turns out to be completely wrong. Across the United States, millions of people earn good incomes. And yet many of them still feel financially stuck. More income, same stress. Why? Because our spending tends to rise with our income. Your brain quietly adjusts your definition of what normal spending looks like. When you earn $60,000 a year, a $12 lunch feels expensive. But when you earn $90,000, that same lunch suddenly feels completely reasonable. Nothing about the sandwich changed. Your brain changed the reference point. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your brain constantly adapts to improvements in your lifestyle. The things that once felt luxurious slowly become normal. And once something becomes normal, your brain starts looking for the next upgrade. That's how lifestyle inflation creeps in. Not through huge decisions, but through dozens of small upgrades. A slightly nicer apartment, a slightly nicer car, more subscriptions, more convenient spending. Individually, none of these feel dangerous, but collectively, they quietly absorb every dollar of your raise. Your income grows, but your wealth doesn't. And the strange part is, your brain actually prefers this outcome. Your brain works like this. It loves immediate rewards, a new phone, a nicer car, a bigger apartment. Those things feel good right now. Your brain releases a little chemical reward called dopamine. Buying something new gives your brain an instant emotional payoff. But investing money, that feels boring. You put money into an account, and nothing exciting happens. Maybe for years, your brain struggles to emotionally care about something. That might happen 30 years in the future. So it quietly encourages spending, not because you're irresponsible, because your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do: protect your comfort today. But the people who eventually build wealth learn something important. They stop letting their brain make every financial decision. They build systems instead. Let me show you something interesting. Imagine two people, both earn similar salaries. Both get raises throughout their careers, but one of them does something simple. Every month, they automatically invest $500 into a simple S&P 500 index fund Nothing complicated, no stock picking, no day trading, just an automatic investment. Historically, the stock market has averaged about 10% annual returns over long periods. If someone invests $500 every month for 30 years, that habit could grow to around $1,100,000. Let that sink in. Over $1 million, built from a habit smaller than many car payments. But here's the surprising part. To reach that over $1 million, you only personally contributed about $180,000. The other $900,000 comes from compound growth. Time did most of the work. Not genius, not luck, just consistency. But lifestyle inflation quietly steals the money that could have been invested. Those extra restaurant meals, the upgraded apartment, the nicer car. Individually, they seem harmless, but over decades, they can easily consume hundreds of thousands of dollars. Money that could have been quietly compounding in the background. Now here's the good news. You don't need to start with $500 a month. You could begin with $100 a month, set up an automatic investment, and then forget the account exists. Seriously, don't watch it every week. Don't obsess over the market. Just let the system quietly run in the background. Meanwhile, you live your life. Focus on your career, your family, your hobbies, and over time, something fascinating happens. Your investments slowly grow, without constant attention. This is one of the most powerful ideas in finance. Wealth often grows quietly in the background of a normal life. Now, let me ask you something practical. Think about your monthly spending. What are you spending $200 or $300 a month on right now? Maybe subscriptions, maybe food delivery, maybe random purchases you barely remember. Most of us have small spending habits that quietly drain money without providing lasting happiness. Redirecting even one small habit toward investing can completely change your future. The goal isn't to eliminate enjoyment from life. The goal is simply to avoid letting every raise disappear into lifestyle inflation. Because raises are powerful, but only if part of them gets redirected toward your future. Imagine if every raise slightly increased your investments. Instead of upgrading everything around you, you upgraded your future financial freedom. Over time, that decision becomes incredibly powerful. One day, something interesting happens. You open your investment account, and the number is bigger than you expected. You realize something important. The system is working. And once that realization hits, your relationship with money begins to change. You stop chasing the feeling of looking wealthy today and start focusing on becoming wealthy over time. Quietly, calmly, without needing to impress anyone. If this video made you think differently about your spending habits, let me know in the comments. What is one small expense you could redirect toward investing? And if you're interested in learning how ordinary people quietly build wealth without complicated strategies, make sure you subscribe. Because on this channel, we break down money in a way that's simple, calm, and realistic. And before you go, check out the description below for trusted brokers in the US and Canada. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.